Coordinated, episode 216, Pressing the Print Button for CSP, AP Computer Science Principles.
Greetings, AP coordinators. Derek here, former AP coordinator, now director, AP coordinator experience for the AP program.
And I'm Karli Suge, school counselor and AP coordinator.
Thanks for joining us. This is the right place to be to hear all the latest and greatest in the world of AP coordinators, especially this particular episode.
Let's get to it. You're ready. I'm ready. My paper and my toner cartridges are ready. Let's do it. Let's get coordinated.
Good morning, Karli.
Good morning, Derek.
Hey, Karli, before we get started, I just wanted to say that I think you are so wonderful. I believe you are a model AP coordinator. You have a decade's worth of experience in the role at not one, not two, but 3 different schools. You've seen it all, or at least almost all. You enjoy being an AP coordinator. You have a very positive attitude, and you believe that it's always about your students, and you do whatever it takes to support them all year long.
Derek, that is very kind of you to say. Thank you. I'm wondering, though, is there a reason you're going out of your way to be so complimentary? Forgive me, but I'm feeling a little suspicious.
Karli, I'm so hurt. I would never, ever strategically use a compliment to preface a tough question. Although I do have a question. It's a little personal, but don't worry. It's just between you and me.
Right. And sure, just between you and me. Let's hear it.
Do you ever procrastinate? Do you ever wait until the very last minute when you probably should have done something much earlier?
Derek, careful now. I'll remind you that I'm a full-time counselor and mother and wife, as well as being an AP coordinator. There's sometimes a fine line between procrastinating and just finding the time.
So what I'm hearing is a non-answer that basically means yes, you do sometimes, occasionally, once in a while, procrastinate.
Well, as I sometimes tell my students, it's important to get things done when it's comfortable for you to do so. Just get it done on time. Don't let others pressure you into doing things when you're not ready.
Oh my gosh, you are so good. Man, I wish you could have been my school counselor back in the day.
I have a feeling you were probably quite a handful for your poor counselor. Hey, so why all this roundabout conversation about procrastinating?
Well, it ties into our topic of conversation today. There's a new action item for AP coordinators who are hosting exams for AP Computer Science Principles this year. And the process for this new action item, it sort of requires us to wait until almost the last minute, kind of like encouraged procrastination. We cannot work ahead on this one.
Right. But we also can't forget to do it. It's too important. In fact, it's critical. I got it. And I assume you are talking about the new personalized project reference for students in AP Computer Science Principles.
You do got it. So how about if we start back at the beginning? Let's make sure everyone knows what this personalized project reference is, why it's important, and then what our role is as AP coordinators.
I like it. So, what is the personalized project reference? The personalized project reference is only for students taking the AP Computer Science Principles exam. Each student creates their own personalized project reference, which is part of their Create Performance task. Students submit in the AP Digital Portfolio by no later than April 30th, 2024 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time.
And why is this new personalized project reference so important?
Section 2, the written response portion of the exam, requires students to refer to their personalized project reference. Requires, Derek. Requires. And it's required regardless of whether the exam is paper or digital format.
Ooh, okay, that definitely qualifies as important. So, what is the AP coordinator supposed to do? What are our responsibilities?
Derek, good news and bad news. Bad news, there's a little bit of work here. Good news, we don't do it all at once. It's spread out a bit, and there's more than enough time as long as we don't wait until the literal last minute.
Silver lining, I like it. Please continue.
So let's start with actions before April 30th. Before April 30th, we AP coordinators can and should monitor student activity in the AP digital portfolio. We'll want to verify that the Create Performance task components have been submitted as final by the deadline. Teachers help as well. They are required to view each student's personalized project reference to ensure it is readable and that all course content and comments have been removed. And this last part is important. If students do not submit their personalized project reference by April 30th, they will not have this resource available on exam day to complete their written response section.
All right. So that takes us up through April 30th. What is next?
So after April 30th and before exam day, we AP coordinators sign in to the AP digital portfolio and print each student's personalized project reference. That's right. We print it out. We print it out for both paper and digital formats of the exam. So get your reams of paper ready, get your extra toner cartridges ready. We print it out. Not the AP teachers, not the AP students. We AP coordinators print from the AP digital portfolio. Before we do so, it's a good idea to consult with our AP computer science principals teachers to determine if the personalized project reference should be printed in color or in black and white.
Question. How much printing are we talking about here? Are we talking about, 10 minutes and it's no big deal? Or are we talking about hogging the printer for an hour or more?
That's a good question. And that obviously depends on how many students we have. And the personalized project reference itself is typically between 2 to 5 pages each. It's recommended to print single-sided to provide the best quality. We do have the option to print the personalized project reference for each student one at a time or in bulk, whichever is easier.
All right. I like that. That sounds good. And then what happens after everything is printed? What's next?
After everything is printed, we'll want to assemble each student's personalized project reference. The student's name and AP ID are on each page. We get everything organized and then staple pages together for each individual student. The personalized project reference sheets are then securely stored with the exam booklets until exam day. Students must not have access to their printed personalized project reference prior to the exam.
And all that printing and all that sorting has to be done anytime between May 1st and let me see here. What day is the exam? Here it is. The exam for AP Computer Science Principles is scheduled for Wednesday, May 15th this year. Okay, so that sounds pretty good. Seems like a lot of time.
That's right, plenty of time, but preferably not, Derek.
Not at the last minute.
Right. We know it's a busy time, but we should try our best not to, procrastinate.
Me? Procrastinate? Never.
Sure, Derek. Whatever you say.
All right, let's get back on track here. So now we have everything printed and ready to go. What happens on the actual exam day?
So this is the easy part. On exam day, we give the personalized project reference sheets to the proctor, along with the exams for AP Computer Science principals. Proctors will distribute the personalized project reference sheets to students at the start of the exam and collect them back at the end of the exam. Details about the process on exam day are in the proctor script in the AP exam instructions booklet.
And what about after we collect them back?
Don't send them back. I repeat, do not send them back. Please keep all personalized project reference sheets on file at your school for 6 months.
So let me make sure I got this straight. Hand them out at the beginning of the exam, collect them back at the end, and then keep them on file at the school. I got it. And a lot of good information today, Karli. Thanks for sharing all of that. And, I'm kind of struggling to think of a call to action. I mean, we just said that there's nothing AP coordinators need to do right now at the end of March.
Derek, I hate to say you're wrong, but you're wrong. We do have a call to action. AP coordinators, please take a minute to review pages 132 to 134 in the AP Coordinators Manual, Part 2, and check out the links in the show notes. There are some additional FAQs and FAQs specifically for students with College Board approved accommodations for the AP Computer Science Principles exam. We covered the important highlights in our conversation today, but please take some time to review all the details. And definitely take the time to mark your calendars for April 30th. That's when the fun really begins. This year, more than ever, our students in AP Computer Science Principles are counting on us to be very, coordinated.
AP coordinators, thanks again for joining us. We'll be back next episode to talk about a new course and new exam. That's right. It's about time to chat about AP pre-calculus. Be sure to join us. No calculator required.
And as always, for all our support of AP students, yep, our support. AP coordinators, we are truly good as gold.
And maybe I just don't know. I'll say it over and over and over again till I believe it's so. I'm good as gold.
AP coordinators, despite your best intentions, did you miss out on the AP Coordinator Back to School Workshop?
Fear not. The Back to School Workshop is now available on YouTube.
That's right. And we have 2 on-demand videos available. One for new AP coordinators and one for those with a little more experience.
Or watch them both.
Great idea. Check out the show notes for a link to the videos.
Or you can go to collegeboard.org/AP Coordinator Experience. That's collegeboard.org/AP Coordinator Experience.
Get your popcorn ready. This is one more summer blockbuster you won't want to miss.